Hello, and welcome to the Daily Astrology and Tarot here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here with you every single day of the year, every weekend, weekday, holiday, your birthday, my birthday. I'm here to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave them there before I come on. You have epic troll slayers. You've kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community. I cannot thank you enough. I have to say I've done a deep dive on the analytics for the channel, and while the analytics very clearly say that you are here regularly, and I am so grateful for that. YouTube is not pushing me out into the world very much, which stinks, but you have been so kind and so loyal, and I'm so grateful. So thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box when I'm done. All the questions will be there. I'll timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works for you. Also, I'm improving the kind of formula for how the day. That's not the right formula. Isn't the right word, but I am like for today. I have your questions, and then I have the best astrological information. I have like what's happening astrologically and how it might. And it's not like a big long description. It's just some notes I made. So we have the question. I'll tell you what the astrology is leaning toward, and then I can do a reading. And we'll just go work our way through the questions. And over time, I'm hoping to make this a little cleaner, so that you have every day. You have a great community here. You have new art every day. You have the political questions answered, often just your political questions answered, with a decent astrological interpretation and a tarot reading for each one. So you should hopefully the quality is going to continue to improve, and Saturn on my ascendant loves that because it wants me putting out quality work. All right. I'm glad you liked the art today. I thought it was so pretty. All right, shall we? Mary says my cat Minky is watching. Minky! Hello, Minky. Hello, Precious. Hello, Minky the Precious. Oh, the Minky. Anyway, all right. I don't know why that reminds me of... there was this goofy... someone can correct me. There was this goofy game, I don't know, 15 years ago or something, 20 years ago. I think it was called No One Lives Forever, and it was a 1960s spoof on James Bond. And there was a part right at the beginning, because there were some really silly things and it were really funny. But right near the beginning, she had to go to Morocco, and she gets there, and there's a guy there trying to sell his, and we're trying to make a sale. He's talking to a tourist, and he's going, "You don't want to buy my monkey? It is a good monkey." And I know this is Minky, not monkey, but it was like, would you like the minky? We like the minky. Silly. I'm very silly. All right. I'll actually get to what I've worked really hard to get here. Okay. Thank you. All right. At 4 minutes, 30 seconds in, this is, we've got some good questions from Goral. Thank you so much. So, it doesn't take someone doing tarot readings and astrology reading the stars to know that U.S. hit that girl's school. It's very, very likely the U.S. hit that girl's school in Iran, which is wrong. A preliminary inquiry has said the U.S. is at fault in the strike on that school. Will anyone in the dumpster fire administration be legally held accountable? Now, the astrology on this is not great. It's basically because of nebulous Neptune that creates the fog and undermines the foundations, or diffuses everything, is right across from the sun right now, our sense of self. So it's making things murky, makes it hard to get accountability. Transiting Mercury is square the U.S. Ascendant, how we present ourselves. So information is challenging the nation's image, how we're viewed, how we put ourselves out there. You think? So not only was the bombing bad, but now you have the lies on top of it, which is not good. That's not good. No, don't tell lies. Just tell the truth and take your lumps and move on. Seriously. It's very simple. Your life will be so much better. Just tell the truth and move on. Anyway, Neptune opposite the sun. So the story might keep shifting, of course. Basically, Neptune's going to dissolve things before we can get really good consequences. The reports may get buried, and the nation's fighting itself. I mean, that's just kind of where we are. So I'll do a reading on it, but I'm not holding my breath on this one. So yeah, Dorina says it was a tomahawk, according to various analysts. Yep. It could have been poor intel, striking all the buildings in the area without checking to see what they were. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But lying is unproductive. I know I'm talking about politicians, but really, lying is wildly unproductive. Just saying. Whew. Hey, Stephanie, unexpectedly working from home today so I can watch live for a change. Hello, Stephanie. Thank you for being here. I got nothing. Incredible disappointment, sadness. They didn't do it on purpose. I honestly don't believe that no. Dumpster fire is awful, and he's a misogynist, and he's one of the most heinous human beings who's ever lived. But I don't think they were. I don't think anybody was like, "Oh, there's a girls' school, hit that." But it was. They should have checked. They should have done more diligence. This happened. You have to understand, this happened very quickly. Basically, there were my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, but there were basically a bunch of leaders in Iran who were meeting together, and it was an opportunity for Israel. So Israel said, basically, Bibi called Trump and said, "Hey, I'm going. I'm bombing here. You in? Because we're doing it like now." And that's what happened. So we weren't even necessarily, I mean, we're always ready for a certain amount of things. There are plans that can be pulled up. And people at the Pentagon spend their whole careers coming up with plans for different contingency plans or different things that might crop up. But we weren't ready. So at 9 minutes 40 seconds in, here's a good question. Can we afford this? Iraq has shut down a major port as Iran-backed forces attack commercial shipping. Oil is at $100 a barrel for the first time since the war began, and the Pentagon estimates the war has cost $11.3 billion in its first 2 weeks. So 14 days, $11.5 billion. And you have what to show for it? Nothing? Nothing at all? Transiting, okay, the astrology part of this is a hard driving Saturn who brings the reckoning, the bill, is square Venus in our chart, in the US chart, so which is values and resources, and the rules Taurus, well, a couple of things, but rules Taurus, the farm village, and so hard costs, hard costs. Jupiter is opposite our moon, so it's expanding, and that's opposite our emotions, so things are expanding kind of out of our emotional, it's like a seesaw. We get emotional, things expand. We get emotional, things expand, that kind of thing. I don't know if you use solar arcs. They're sort of like progressions. If it's a more advanced technique in astrology. If you do, Pluto square our natal Jupiter. So that's bad. That's Pluto squaring something in your chart is very destructive. It's the Phoenix, so you may rise again, but you'd have to go through the flames first. Oh, Marie, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. And the solar arc, North Node is opposite our Saturn. Okay, karmic debt. So basically the costs are going to get worse before they stabilize. There, with that Saturn Venus, there is a limit to how much. Maybe Congress will finally, I don't know, somebody in Congress will grow a spine, and because there will be a hard limit on how much we can afford. Okay, public feeling it, definitely, and yeah, our Jupiter, our optimism, that solar arc Pluto is beaten up on our optimism. So anyway, so will Congress grow a spine and say, yeah, we're not paying for this anymore? Yeah, this is stopping now. We're cutting off funds. I'm not feeling, well, maybe a little, but not a lot of, okay, look, we went out there. This is a big deal, big showy deal. It's card for the reading. Ace of Pentacles. That's a huge chunk of money. Huge chunk of money. Partnership. This actually feels more like, well, the Democrats are trying to, and some Republicans are trying to get some kind of limitations on President Dumpster Fire's war powers. But this is also, this partnership card is also Israel calling up, Netanyahu calling up Trump. Isolation. Absolute isolation, which makes everything more expensive for us. Page of Cups. Page. Not queen, not king, not knight. Democrats fighting. They're just doing what they can. They're not in control. You have to give them that. They're not in control. But High Priestess, higher wisdom. Could we have this kick in, please? Could we have the higher wisdom? Come on. Yeah. And yes, user, release the files. That too. Absolutely. 100%. People in the chat are talking about prices when they were growing up. It's very nice. Oh boy. So, anything else to... Well, definitely contact. By the way, today it's 12:28 p.m. here in Chicago. In 5 hours from now, I've got to look for the link, but I should be on Third Eye Champagne at 5:30 every Thursday, and to do for half an hour to do the Cocktail Congress, which is basically it's a really, really easy way to contact your representatives in a very easy, short amount of time. So this would be a good thing to contact them about, but making it really easy. So with Kirsten Langston on Third Eye Champagne. Bern says, I like Kirsten. She's spicy. She is. She's very spicy. So lucky girls, here you international treasure. With the link to Third Eye Champagne. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. Okay. Well, this is just moving forward, and Trump's legacy is okay. Now, his communication, if at some point this will not be working for him and Trump will declare victory. I mean, he's trying to declare victory now and then talking about doing more. But declare victory. Okay, then it does end with, this is the merchant. These are the receipts. This is all the evidence. This is Democrats saying, okay, this is what we spent. This is what this, and we got what? Oh, sorry. We got what from all of this? So anyway. All right. Spiritual Hack says, as a kid, my weekly allowance was 25 cents and it bought a lot of candy. There you go. I used to do extra chores so I could get a few extra dollars, and I would go buy stuffed animals. Didn't matter if I was a teenager, if I was a tween or something. No, just little stuffed creatures. Anyway, all right, back to this. Because I changed the title today from just kind of generic, this is the date, what's going on, to this is a new kind of war, and can we afford it? Can we catch up? At 18 minutes, 45 seconds, the military is struggling against swarms of cheap drones. Is it pronounced Shahed drones? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. While burning through they've got expensive swarms of cheap drones, while we're burning through very, very expensive interceptors. Very, very expensive interceptors. Can we catch up? Can we modernize fast enough? So the astrology, as I'm shuffling, Mars is square the Uranus in our chart, and that's the soldier. And where Uranus is in your chart, as that's, if you're looking for technology, that's where it is. So this military action is causing there's direct friction with technology and innovation. in our chart. So this is a problem, and it's right there in the chart. Also, the transiting node is conjunct our Mars, or no, is conjunct Mars in the sky. So there's kind of a fated collective karmic military thing going on right now. There's some solar arc and progress stuff. So basically it comes down to solar arc and progressed. There's a double hit between the midheaven and Uranus, and says that technological reckoning is happening now, not in a future budget cycle. Mars-Uranus square says the gap between military, what the current tools are, and the conflict's demands are creating fiction and damage. Outcome, modernization will be forced. But there's a chance that modernization will come through what will start out as failure. Great. Because there's a whole lot of friction there. Great. Expect high profiler like interceptor failure or public shortage. So then what? The military, Trump dumpster fire, they're going to have to go to Congress and say we need to build more stuff? Because normally when they do that, they get what they want. And my understanding is the United States military budget is so massive that they might be able to pull from other things. So I guess I'm really reading on the U.S. military's budget. Oh gosh, Valerie from Sage the Scales Tarot is here. Hello, Valerie. Do follow Sage the Scales. I put orders into Scholastic book orders. Oh yeah, I was in it for the animal posters. There you go. Oh, books. Oh my gosh, the amount of money I have spent in my life on books. Oof. But oh yeah. So, hey military. Guess you got to go on a field trip. Was it fun? World endings, judgment. That's where we're starting. Major arcana, world endings, judgment. Then this far right communication. Oh yeah, we just give us X many billions more, and we'll go build some stuff. Page of Swords. So see, swords can be both. Years ago, my cards split out into meanings of generally, not always, generally. Cups are Democrats, Pentacles are Republicans, Wands are MAGA. Excuse me. And then swords can be legislature, military, law enforcement, that sort of thing. So I've got to double check if this is military or Congress, because Queen of Pentacles, this might be the military having to go, relatively speaking, hat in hand to those who have the purse strings. Yes, is that Pam? No, yeah, Pam. Now the idiots in charge don't know how to get out of this mess. Ding, 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 ding. Raymond's put up a bunch of book emojis. Colleen says it was an excursion, as Trump put it. Yeah. Oh, bless you, Deborah. So, Congress and the military budget. Ace of Swords. They definitely want more stuff. Ace of Wands. Trump wants to give it to them. Wheel of Fortune, Judgment. Oh, that's not everything just goes tickety boo. This is a big, you did what? And now you want what? And we get what? There'll be a lot of questions. So, all right. Valor's wondering where no, where's Lewis is. Why was my brain saying a different name? That was weird. Lewis, yeah, I has anybody seen Lewis? Okay, next question from Thread of Hope at 26 minutes in. Oh boy. Yeah, Susan, thank goodness Heg's Breath gave up drinking before taking this job. Anyway, Thread of Hope was saying Iran issues warnings to U.S. tech firms. What could go wrong? Tech firms like Google and Nvidia. Will these companies suffer a major hit? Cyber Command faces its first major test in Iran-linked threats target U.S. tech infrastructure during the kinetic war. Simultaneously, and this is key, remember DOGE budget cuts? Yeah, they gutted federal cybersecurity staffing. Because of course they did. Whistleblowers are alleging a major security breach involving Social Security data, which, yeah, that was... I remember. That happened a while ago, or is there a new one? Anyway, the astrology on this. Oh boy. The north node in the sky is square to the U.S. Uranus. Remember we were just talking about Uranus is the technology? So where our technology is sitting? Well, fate itself, square, tension with this. So basically, there's possible there could be disruption of technology and networks. So it's a possibility. Trending Mercury's square our ascendant, so communications, square basically our infrastructure, how we present the nation's face. Certainly the nation's face being hit through information. That's a nice way to put it. So there are transiting Lilith, so there's hidden actors targeting our technology, our technological underpinnings. So basically we have a lot of Uranus for both of these questions about the drones and cybersecurity. Basically Uranus in our chart, our technology in the US chart is taking a beating. So it's possible something might get through. Although you also have to understand that overall, we still do have quite good technology. We still do have quite a bit of cybersecurity in place. So it isn't the Wild West completely. It isn't a wide open door. But we're going to have trouble with our defense here for a little while. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, hello, Lois. Oh, your fingers hurt. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. Everybody missed you. People were asking about you. So, all right. Oh, there are attacks all the time. It's a matter of what can get through. Now, wands, ace of wands, ace of swords. So that's something new. That's something big. And it's in the sun, which makes me think we'll hear about it. So, I mean, I'm not getting the tower, but that doesn't bode well. So, yeah, there might be some cybersecurity issues. So, all right. 30, 25. So, well, let's see. It's already 30. I can come back to this. It was more about Doge, but we just looked at that. Oh, this is slightly different. I take it back. At 30:45, they have the Doge cuts, but CNN's reporting federal agencies are, quote, a shell of their former selves, quote, as DOGE-driven layoffs hollowed out critical functions. The State Department's Iran counterterrorism office has been eliminated entirely. Let me repeat that. The State Department's Iran counterterrorism office was eliminated entirely. An agency across the government are losing institutional knowledge needed to manage the war and domestic crises. Okay. Sharon says, oh, that's reassuring. Yeah. The astrology of this it goes back to Neptune, because with Neptune sitting at the bottom of the US chart in our Aries home, our home has a very Aries feel to it. This is opposite our midheaven. Your IC, the bottom of your chart, is always opposite the top of your chart. It's one of the major angles. So IC, midheaven, your success in life, your career, your status, this kind of stuff. And with Neptune down here, sloshing around, messing with our foundations, which is still going on, by the way. Neptune moves very slowly. But this mess is hurting the credibility of our status. Yeah. And then Saturn moved through this as well. And that hurts our status, credibility of the, yeah. One other thing to keep in mind, that Saturn, I said, is transiting through here. It has moved on just a touch, because Saturn moves faster than Neptune. So it's moved on just a touch, which means now in the US, it is that Saturn is in a square tension with the Venus in our chart. Right now, if you're feeling any kind of stress or frustrated or what have you, and you're in the US chart is a massive pile of red lines right now. And I've discussed this before, that even if you know nothing about astrology, not a single thing. Oh, it isn't even is it the US chart, or is it just the current planets? No, it's the US chart. United States transit chart. Yep, there it is. Let me show you. Even if you know nothing about astrology, you can look at an astrology chart, a modern astrology chart from the computer generated, and you can tell by if there are a lot of blue lines, which would be a little more gentle energy, or energy you can work with, kind of helpful, useful. or it can be more red lines, which can be more challenging, as 'twere. Right now, the transits in the sky affecting the chart of the United States look like a red pen exploded. So if, of course, you don't want too much blue or you get complacent, and you don't want too much red because it's just so frustrating and um, so many hurdles that get it can end up being demoralized, or it just makes things harder. But right now, seriously, it's like red pickup sticks. So when I'm talking about all of these squares and oppositions, this is what I mean. It's a spirograph, exactly, Karen. Oh, thank you, Bern. So let me go back here. Put that there. Stop that. So disillusion of the credibility. That's Saturn up mid. Okay, Saturn, transiting Saturn, square Venus in the U.S. chart. It's exact. It's like 2 minutes, not even 2 degrees. It's 2 minutes. That strips down your resources. It just does. So there was one quote I ran across: Neptune and Saturn simultaneously opposing the midheaven is the astrological signature of an institution that is both dissolving from within and being dismantled from without. Some other note: Neptune is that's a part of the institutional knowledge walking out the door. Saturn being the deliberate cuts. Yeah. So, how will this turn out? I hope that you like the me including the astrological stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to add some more graphics to make it a little more understandable. But yeah, I want to give you the best possible information. So the State Department's Iran counterterrorism office has been eliminated entirely. Page of Pentacles. Thanks a lot, Musk. Are you actually on our side? No. High Priestess, 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords. We'll get there. Yeah, never underestimate the size of the Pentagon. Let's put it that way. But it's not ideal. Anyway. Oh, good. Oh, good. Deborah. No, Deb. Thank you. All right. Oh, Cookie, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so let's go at 3840. Oh boy. Okay, so Acadian Proud had a question at, let's make it 39. Acadian Proud says Grumpy has announced a new shale oil refinery on the Gulf Coast. Now, Acadian Proud's question was, will he use it to go after Canada again? I don't entirely know how one is related to the other, I'll be honest. But, I can say with the rest of the stuff here, will oil at the $100 a barrel. Okay, with oil at $100 a barrel, Texas oil companies stand to profit massively from Iran war disruptions, while consumers face higher gas prices. So it's a day ending in day. Oh, thank you, Susan. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. The administration is using the war to push for accelerated domestic drilling and pressure North American trade partners. All right, so basically that's what you mean going after Canada. So, thank you. Julie says, doesn't it have to do with the Canadian pipeline? I don't know. Probably. Oh, there's astrology notes. So, see, some of these aspects, they affect multiple readings because they rule similar things. So that Saturn in the sky square the US Venus, that can hurt our profits. Jupiter's involved with the US sun, so there is some expansion of resources, but so Jupiter may give this administration like the win message that they want of expansion, but that Saturn Venus square says it strips away our resources. Great, without a proportional benefit. So, yeah, they're squeezing everyday resources. Yeah, this isn't. Saturn moves quicker than Neptune, but it's not the moon. It's not going to be somewhere else tomorrow in a big way. So yeah, prices are tight right now, which you don't need me to tell you that. Well, there's the plan right in the middle. Trump only has so much bandwidth. First of all, I mean, he was fairly dumb as a rock to start with, and the narcissism just makes you stupid. It just does. You can't process reality. You can't process all the information, and that's the mark of intelligence: is taking in a wide variety of information, processing it, and being able to bring out what's important. That is intelligence at work. He can't do that. No, not even close. So, is he going to go after Canada again? He's got bigger fish to fry, is what I'm getting. He's worried about the Republicans who are turning against him. World. He's looking at other stuff right now. Excuse me. Higher wisdom, 3 of Pentacles. So there are plans. Queen of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. Well, this is us paying higher prices. This is military. If he's going to do anything with Canada, it is going to be trying to use this as an excuse to get more oil or get more resources for the military. But we saw from the previous readings that that's not necessarily going to go so well. But right now, his focus is he's only got so much bandwidth. So he's got midterms, he's got the Iran war, he's got it's just bad. So I know some people were talking about it, so maybe I should share for the people who don't know about it, since it's in the chat. It turns out, do I have all the, I need to well, that's one of the pictures. Hang on a second. Images. Okay, let me share. Where am I? Here we go. All right. At 45 minutes in, there we go. Okay, 45 minutes in. New shoes. So what's happening is, you know how Trump invited all those athletes in and he fed them McDonald's, cold, awful McDonald's? Yeah, he did that because that's what he likes. So he decided that's what they would like. Completely clueless, not even caring about anybody else and what they want. It tells you everything you need to know about this man. Because if you get invited to the White House, other presidents have been smart enough to know, oh, then if they're going to have a big meal, they'd want the White House chefs making something nice for them. The people, they're not paid, the chefs in the White House are not paid by the hour. So yeah, get some cooking in. Do a display, do something nah. Narcissism ain't it grand. It just narrows your whole life to like nothing. Anyway, so Donald Trump decided that the men around him needed nicer shoes. These particular Florsheim shoes that are about $145. So he decided they all needed new shoes. Okay. That he decided he was going to buy the shoes, and I have trouble believing he would spend his own money, but well, we won't look too closely at where that money is coming from. But he decided he would do that. He would buy them all shoes, and guess what size their feet were? Not ask, just guess what he thought, what he felt like. Now, he gave the shoes, and I guess that they didn't come with a gift receipt, because now we have pictures of the men around Trump wearing shoes that don't fit. And when I say shoes that don't fit, oh, I'm not kidding. I'm really not kidding. Let me where am I? Here we go. Let me pull this down on the side for a second. All right, this is good old Google images. Oh my gosh. So you get these situations where these people are wearing shoes that don't fit because Trump gave them the shoes so they feel like they must wear it, to the point where you get pictures like this where they're all wearing the shoes and most of them don't fit, especially Rubio. But yeah, you can just, yep, President Donald Trump giving, quote, all the boys, quote, dress shoes, but they don't fit. And it's been going on a while. Oh, look at that. Those little tiny ankles in those great boats. Little tiny ankles. Yeah. So I like this. Well done, Daily Beast. Well done. So yeah. So that's what's going on with that. Because narcissism is vile. And you can't not wear them because he gave them to you. And I guess you can't exchange them, which makes no sense. Hang on. Just having a quick look. Clown shoes. Yes, Arsenault. Clown shoes. Yep. And Jose says you've got to be some special kind of stupid to wear shoes like that. Yeah. And spiritual hack's true. It's a humiliation ritual. There is a quality of that. Yes, never, never. I'm the best giver of shoes. Yeah. I've told you the story. In high school, the brown shoe people, we split up. The class had to split in half in a speech and debate class, and we had to turn all the desks to face each other. And oh, thank you so much, Susan. Thank you. It makes a huge difference. We had to turn all the desks to face each other. And there were times when I was in high school, I felt like I kind of felt like I was head of the resistance. Because and if I'm sure you know, but if anybody's ever wondering why it is that the people who, do the goth thing, that do the bigger, why so many of them are really nice people, it's because they've gone another way than the popular crowd, because niceness has been weaponized against them. It certainly was where I went to school, because the popular crowd they're just mean. They were mean. I have stories, and it's just ew. But as I was sitting there with my friends, people I knew on this side, and everyone across the other row was in the popular crowd, every one of them. And I noticed they were all wearing the exact same kind of brown shoes, every single one of them. So it's the brown shoe people. And the name stuck. I'm very proud of that. So, yeah, so with Trump, it would be the shoes that don't fit right. I don't know, suckers. Yeah. So Melissa says, in my school, the artistic and intellectual people were the popular kids. Oh, that must have been lovely. Yeah. No, where I was, no, it was the jocks and the cheerleaders. Awful. Anyway. So the shoes, you'll wear them and you'll like it. If you'll excuse me using a Gen Z phrase, it's giving mommy dearest. It really is. 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, Fool. You do what you're told. Welcome to authoritarianism. So we have an administration with blisters. Okay. How are you doing, boo-boo? You okay there? He's turning around under his blanket. Oh, he's depressed. All right. 4 wagons, tails, Pretty in Pink, perfect movie depicting popular and unpopular reality. There was definitely some of that. Yeah, but the guys I went to high school with, yeah, they didn't slum. They didn't go slumming, but it was a fairly small. It was a quite small school, so yeah. Paula says, just looked it up. That shoe company is suing Dumpy. Oh, there we go. Florsheim? They don't want to be associated. Let's have a look at that. Florsheim sues Trump. Oh, That was good, lucky girl. They're the right wingtip shoe cult. That was good. That was good. Yep. Amy says Florsheim is Chicago-based. There we go. Dorinda says they're suing for a refund on tariffs. Oh, there we go. Tariff-related suit. Good luck with that. I'll just say, you're on Trump's radar, and he is a narcissist who believes, Florsheim, that you should be grateful. You're not going to be ungrateful, are you? Drama triangle. We've talked the Karpmans with the K. Karpmans, handy dandy drama triangle. Amaze your friends. People who live on the drama triangle go from being the victim. Trump, no president's been treated worse than I have in the history of ever. Go away, JFK. I don't want to hear it, Lincoln. No president's been treated worse than me. Right? Victim. And then occasionally they will go up to the savior, where they do something, but no one's ever appreciative enough. Ever. So they immediately fall back down to being the victim. No one appreciates me. I do things that nobody asked for, nobody wants. The shoes don't even fit. But they're so unappreciative. I'm the victim. Give me attention, give me stuff, give me. So then sometimes they'll become the persecutor. They get mad. And then when they get a little bit of pushback, it's back down to the victim. Oh, I was just trying to stand up for myself, my poor little victim self. And sometimes they'll go from prosecutor to savior, but they'll always end up back at victim. And you may know somebody in your life who's like that, but Donald Trump very much lives on the drama triangle. You can just sit there and watch it. The therapist who first explained this to me said that there was a teenager who she taught this to, and to help this teenager deal with the teenager's mother. And she said the teenager, it really helped. She was doing her homework. She's sitting at the table doing her homework, and her mother came in, and the teenager said it was really helpful because she literally just drew an upside down triangle, just drew a triangle on her paper. And she said she just watched it. She watched her like victim, savior, victim, persecutor, victim. Didn't get a rise out of her, so went off to go try to get a rise out of somebody else. If you know people, and the thing is, if you know people who live on the drama triangle, there's nothing you can do except get away from them. And if you have to deal with them, you do the gray rock. You just don't react. You're pleasant, but you don't react. And Trump lives on the drama triangle. He's a drama king. He's a narcissistic drama king. So, and I've certainly known these people and people like this, and they're nightmares. They're a nightmare to be around. Avoid like the plague. So, Florsheim, they want their money back, but on the defensive, I have been buying your shoes. I have been buying your shoes for everyone I know, and you are not willing to eat those costs for the good of my administration. This is what happens when you get on the radar of someone who lives on the drama triangle. So, good luck. Good luck, Florsheim. It's nothing you did wrong, but yeah. Anyway, take care, Mare. Thank you for being here. Julie says they suck all the energy from you, those drama people. Yes, very much so. Anyway, that is going to do it for me for today. So, stay doing a little extra. And anyway, I know I've talked about the drama triangle before, but for the people, I really want to explain it every once in a while for new people. So maybe you can better understand some of the people you have to deal with. Because it's surprising how many people are like that. It's a shame, really. Anyway, but you won't get any of that here, I should say. So it is, well, it's currently 1:13 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Just want to encourage you to go after your dreams and your goals. And then at 5:30, I should be on Third Eye Champagne here on YouTube. And we will contact our representatives in the easiest way possible and get to hang out with Kirsten Langston for a bit. And I think she said she wanted me to come on with her actually after that for her normal readings that she does on Thursdays. So I might be there for a little bit. So that'd be fun. So anyway, thank you so much. All right. Please remember you're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. So take care. And if you come along to Third Eye Champagne to Cocktail Congress, you can see all the graphics I made for it. So, all right. I'll see you later. All right. Bye.